Just checking on all my single, independent ladies, the one that don't need a man. I just want to make sure y'all good. Because I know y'all shoveling y'all own snow. That shit heavy. Y'all gotta dig y'all cars out because them snow plows block y'all in. You don't need to call nobody to help you. You don't need to call. You got this. You independent. You don't need no man. You can do it. So I'm just checking on y'all, making sure y'all good. I know that snow is heavy. That shit probably got your back burning and all that, but again, you got it. You don't need a man. I get it. So I'm just checking on y'all to make sure y'all straight.
So it's winter time in some parts of the world, and the men of the interweb have decided that they are going to take this opportunity to come online to mock women and to gloat on single women because they feel that these women do not have a man at home to help them in shoveling out the snow from their driveway, from their doorstep, from wherever the snow needs to be shoveled out of. This reminds me of when these men came online to gloat on women, particularly on black women, because they felt that Donald Trump, after entering office, is going to cut back on Section 8 housing, food stamps, and other welfare services. And they felt that without the government supporting these women are going to be destitute, these women are going to be suffering, these women are going to be miserable because they do not have a man in the home. These men seem to always find a way to have their nose in our business. And this is not the beginning of it. Even in the time of late Kevin Samuels, he was always preaching about, oh, winter is coming, winter is coming. Oh, we are going to show this woman, we are going to show this stubborn black woman because winter is coming and they are going to be out homeless in the storm. These men are miserable as creatures and they are so desperate for us to be just as miserable as them. That's why they are always salivating whenever they feel that something is going to come up that is going to inconvenience women or that is going to make us miserable or make us to be struggling. Let's get right into it.
Chicago, I ain't gonna lie. All you women, you independent women that, you know what I'm saying? I don't need a man for shit. I can do it on my own. I'm good by myself. You got out there, you shoveled them 2 feet of snow, you put that salt down. I bet your ass believe in gender roles now. Your ass out there shoveling out a parking spot. I bet you good damn well you believe in gender roles now, don't you?
Just checking on all my single, independent ladies, the one that don't need a man.
I can't tell you how many times a man has jumped in front of a podcast mic to ask women what do they bring to the table besides cooking and cleaning because they can hire somebody for those things. But yet here you are acting as if women can't hire someone to do the same thing with that snow. Not every woman is out here shoveling her own snow, cutting her own grass. But if she was, I'm sure she prefers that than dealing with one of you. She'd much rather shovel snow than shovel your lies. Some of them pay for lawn care services, and they get their groceries delivered. I'm sure a lot of single women wouldn't mind a man shoveling the snow for them, but not in exchange for his weaponized incompetence. Not in exchange for verbal or mental or emotional abuse. Not in exchange for that man wanting to split bills with her, but not household chores like laundry, cooking, and cleaning. Single women would rather do it themselves than to put up with some of you, and that's the part that you can't understand. Always coming with these hypotheticals. What if you get a flat tire in the middle of the night? Well, she'll call AAA. If there's an intruder, well, she'll reach in her nightstand drawer and grab that hot pink Glock that she nicknames Lullaby because it puts a grown man to sleep, and she'll take care of it herself. These are the same men that are always asking women, what do they bring to the relationship? Men in relationships tend to live longer. So not only do we bring life, we extend yours. I'm going to need you to figure out what you bring to a woman's life besides audacity and a shovel.
These men really expect women to hand over their entire lives and to offer up all this free labor that women provide in relationship, all in exchange for the occasional yard work, lawn maintenance, and once in a while winter shoveling of the snow, with a whole bunch of hypothetical what ifs. Oh, what if there's an intruder? Oh, what if there's a snake? Oh, what if there's a spider? Oh, what if there's a mosquito? These what ifs are really ever going to happen, and even if they happen, there are systems in place for women to be able to protect themselves, and there are also tools in place for you to protect yourself, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I hope you single ladies are ready to shovel some snow. I would shovel this area on my hands and knees with a spoon before I would let somebody's unhealed son disturb my peace again. So Hope that helps.
One of the biggest red flags I look out for that I never see any other women talk about is men who bash the unfortunate. I'm talking about addicts. I'm talking about homeless people. I'm talking about single mothers. And it's because most of these people have gone through circumstances that led to where they are now, right? Whether it's the traumatic death of somebody, some kind of large event that permanently altered the course of their life, or they were just raised in extreme poverty and life handed them really unfortunate circumstances that they couldn't break out of. And I think whenever men lack empathy for these people, they're like, oh, they're just living off the system. They're just living on handouts. And whenever they view these people that way, that mindset will translate at some point into your relationship. When you are up at 3 a.m. changing diapers and you're struggling, he will view you in a similar mindset. Like, he will think to himself that you are ungrateful and living off of his handouts. Look out for men who don't extend empathy to the unfortunate. That is a very, very important quality, and that will in some way translate into your relationship, whether it be now or whether it be down the line a few years. He will view you in the same mindset as he views those people.
Yes, you need to take note of these men and their characteristics so that even in your daily life, you can recognize it in men in your lives. These men that are coming online to shame women and to mock women because they don't have a man to help them shoveling out snow, or because, oh, they are cutting back food stamp and they are now going to be going hungry, or they are cutting back Section 8 and these women are going to be homeless. These men are not just lacking in empathy. These men are pure evil. They are literally gloating at the idea. Their mouths are salivating at the idea that there's someone out there that is going to be homeless. There's someone out there that is going to be going hungry. There's someone out there that is going to be going through struggle in shoveling out snow. These men are not the kind of men that you want to have in your life.
Ain't nothing worse than having a nigga and you still got to get your ass out there and get that snow up off that car, shovel that walkway and that driveway. If you still got to do that shit and you claim you got a whole nigga, you better dump that motherfucker. See, because I had to get my ass out there because I ain't got nobody right now. So I'm okay with that. I got my happy-go-lucky ass on out there and I did what I had to do.
You're a strong, independent woman. You don't need no man. Well, we need to know that your mortgage increased $1,000. Got other women that I'm seeing come up on my feed that's saying that they can't afford their rent. They need $4,000 to move into a new apartment. And I thought you was making 6 figures. You killing it. We supposed to feel some type of way?
He's mad because he's jealous. Single women are racing ahead of men in home ownership. So when a woman owns a home, they get mad about it because they're like, how dare you not need me to do this thing that I can't even do by myself? It makes raggedy men happy to feel like a single woman isn't thriving on her own. Like, they want her to feel like, see, that's why you should have had a man. You needed a man. Okay. But if she had said, I need a man to help me pay my mortgage, they would have called her a gold digger. So which one is it? She should have had a man to help her with the mortgage payments? Or you don't want to be used for money. Some of these men struggle to pay for a woman's meal on a first date, but here they are acting as if somebody's asking them for rent money and mortgage money. You've never covered a woman's rent in your life. Maybe she was talking to fellow single women, fellow homeowners, fellow women with the same kind of mortgage that she has. Nobody said that this single woman was talking to you, but you seem triggered about the idea that a single woman could have, at least at one point, well afford her mortgage and didn't need a man to do it.
So this is another example from a situation that happened some time back where a woman came online to talk to other single women about how she's having issues with her mortgage and how her mortgage is increasing drastically more than she had expected when she initially took out the mortgage. And this man took it upon himself to come online to mock this woman and to gloat on her. And not just on her, but to gloat on other single women who he feels cannot afford rent at that moment. As you can see, these men have always been cheering on for our downfall, for our inconvenience, and for our suffering as women.
Hey, listen, man. I see y'all out here on snow day. Ladies, I see y'all putting y'all back into it. Hey, yo, listen, man. I see all the strong and independents out here on this snow day. My hats is off to you. Yeah. Sultan, especially if you in Jersey, having to shovel out, this had to have been about 18 inches. Some of y'all used to the 18 inches allegedly, but look, not this one right here. This was a cold 18. Yeah, I see some of y'all really getting the method down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got them shovels that really let y'all put y'all back in. Y'all got the old school metal shovels. Y'all got to get the one with the double action so y'all can really, but y'all proving them wrong, ladies. Look, I'm with y'all, cause I just was bending corners and I see y'all shoveling, clearing off the snow. Y'all don't need no man. You proving it, especially with this blizzard that just passed. Congrats.
To all the men over the weekend who were talking shit about single women having to shovel, and this is why you need to have a man so that you could sit at home while they shovel. Let me make this very fucking abundantly clear. I would rather struggle to shovel 3 to 4 times out of a year than to deal with your fucking ass for 365 fucking days consecutively.
When I did have a man, I still had to go outside and do my own shoveling. I'll never forget the time when I was with my ex and we had a snowstorm. He went outside and shoveled out his car and left me to have to shovel out my own car. So no, having a man does not automatically equal he's gonna go outside after every snowstorm and do all the shoveling while you get to sit inside and just sip hot chocolate. I'll take being single and doing my own shoveling because having a man around does not guarantee anything. You are not guaranteed a man who is ready and willing to go out and shovel every time and won't only think about himself and make sure to shovel out his car while completely ignoring yours. Some men are completely fine with making their girl have to go out and shovel because they hate doing it and they feel like they shouldn't have to be the only ones doing it. So having a man around does not automatically equal living a soft life.
This, just because you have a man doesn't guarantee that that man is going to be helping you to shovel out snow. So I've been binge watching the Snow Wars videos from America, and so there's actually a winter rule or a snow rule where if somebody shovels out snow from a parking spot, that person have literally claimed that parking spot. And if somebody goes around that person's back to park in that parking spot, the original owner of the parking spot might come back and pile up snow around the person's car or even on the person's car. And some people go as far as pouring water around the snow so that the snow turns into block. And it is harder for the person to shovel out the snow later on. So in one of the videos, this man decided to steal someone else's parking spot. And that person decides to retaliate by piling up snow around this man's car. And then when this man came back, he was just moving around up and down around this car, looking around as if he's looking for who did it. He did not pick up a shovel and say, okay, let me shovel out the snow from around my car. Instead, he went out of the frame of the video and then he comes back with a lady, and that lady was holding a shovel, and that lady was the one that ended up shoveling out the snow from the man's car. And all of us in the comment section were flabbergasted. We were like, did this man just go out and call a lady, a woman, to come over and help him shovel out his car? This man is the one that got himself into this problem by stealing someone else's parking spot. But when the time for facing the consequences came, he decided to go out of the frame to get maybe his wife, his girlfriend, or most likely his mother to help him shovel out his car from the snow. So you can clearly see that having a man is not a guarantee that you have someone to shovel out the snow from your driveway or your parking spot. On the contrary, having a man may actually mean you may have to help him shovel out his own car after he faces retaliation for stealing somebody's parking spot.
If you're going to try to date an independent chick, make sure that you are very secure with yourself because they do not need you. They want you. There's a big difference. Independent woman is not made for an insecure man. That's facts.
If you make good money on your own, you only need a man to have babies, okay? I'm just being honest with you. You only need a man for children if you want to procreate, and you can get sperm at a sperm bank. The reason I'm saying this is because most women do not need men, okay? We can hire any type of person to do handiwork if you got money. You can go out with male friends, colleagues. If you need a male companion, you can have a gay friend. If you're just lonely and want someone to share your life with, remember, if they're a masculine man, it's not going to be that fairy tale type love because you make enough money on your own and you really don't need him for anything. You know what I mean? So I feel like you really don't need one. Probably be like one of those ladies who dates randomly.
There is a reason why marriage rates are so much lower in countries and societies where women are allowed to go out and earn their own living and to be financially independent from men. If a woman is successful, if a woman has her own money, she no longer needs a man, quote unquote. And that's the main reason why men and society loves to hate on successful women. A successful woman or a woman with her own money do not need a man to provide for her. And she definitely does not need a man for the occasional yard work and lawn maintenance chores, because she can easily outsource those work to professionals or even just pay a bit of money to the kids around her neighborhood, and they will gladly and happily do those little yard work and lawn maintenance for her. That's another reason why these men hate successful women. They want to see this woman poor and destitute. They convince you that, oh, if you're successful, you are not attractive to them, so you need to be poor and destitute for them to date you or to marry you. That is because when they marry you or they are dating you and you do not have your own income, you do not have your own money, they can easily just dump you and you are left suffering. You are left without a source of income. You are left without people doing these occasional chores that they do once in a blue moon, of helping you mow the lawn, helping you do yard work, and helping you do the lawn maintenance. They know that if you have your own money, you will not need them. So they encourage you to not have your own money, because when you don't have your own money and they step out of your life, or when you don't have your own money and you do not have a man, you become desperate. And it is very easy to frustrate such a woman, because that woman will now be in need of a man. She will be in need of a man to provide for her. She will be in need of a man to be going around doing petty yard work and the little lawn maintenance that he does once in a blue moon.
Guys, what do you want guys for? Forget about it. Live by yourself. You take care of yourself. You clean up after yourself. You don't have to wipe nobody else's ass.
Thanks for watching the video to the end. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you found it interesting, and also subscribe to the channel to support yours truly. Also, don't forget to check out these videos in the playlist right here. Bye.